so tired. I'm so tired. I've been in bed for hours and I feel like I have no sleep. I can't even remember what happened last night, and I got really bad gut pains. Oh, the gut pains in the night throughout the night woke me up several times. Oh my God. No sleep. Went to bed early, drunker than a skunk. And I wake up in the morning, I got severe gut problems. Oh, Jesus. I used to go through my whole day after a big night of drinking with the Hershey squirts. I'm telling you, they done me in. Alcohol wrecked my stomach, affected my sleep. It gave me the shits. I could go to work, I just about shit my pants sometimes at work. That's how bad it is. Oh, I just wiped my face with toilet paper. Oh, well, I got to get on with my day. Thanks for stopping by here. The diarrhea was really bad when I drank. In this video, I gave you a few examples of how my health was slowly declining over my drinking years. What I gave you examples of in this video were about the last 24 months of my drinking. I would go out, I would get hammered. I'd go to bed at 10, wake up at 8 and still be tired. I never really slept properly. I just passed out. I never got that deep sleep that's required. And also, I'd wake up through the night with severe gastro gut pains, like buckle over, like something was eating my stomach. It was gnarly. It really was. I went to the doctor one time and asked him, and the first question he asked me was, "Are you eating?" And I said to him, "Of course I'm eating." But towards the end of my drinking, I was only eating barley sandwiches. I weigh 210 pounds right now. When I quit drinking, I was about 150 to 155 pounds. I was like 60, 70 pounds underweight. So I never ate. I just drank and drank and drank. And the other one was the Hershey squirts, right? I used to get the runs like crazy. I couldn't go take public transit. I couldn't take a taxi because I get this urge to go to the washroom all the time. My mother used to say it was nerves or anxiety. I knew exactly what it was. My bowels were affected by my drinking. And plus I wasn't eating. Everything was just liquid. It was just liquid. It's like the Hershey squirts. And the one that I didn't mention yet in this video that brought me to a state that I really had to question my booze was withdrawal symptoms. My withdrawal symptoms were heart palpitations. My heart would rev up. I thought I was going to have a heart attack. It would pulsate like it was going to come through my chest. It was terrible. It really was. And this went on for about 6 or 7 months. I remember sitting in a restaurant and the chef coming out of the kitchen and drive me to the emergency room here in Ottawa, the Queensway Carleton Hospital. And that happened a lot. And it was just the morning after, or just when I didn't drink much that day, late during the night, I'd go into these palpitations. But they would come all of a sudden. They weren't like planned or anything. They would just show up. And the doctors thought something was wrong with my heart. But the reality of it was this. I wasn't sleeping properly. I wasn't eating. I had gut problems like crazy. And I was drinking like a fish towards the end. But I'll tell you something. I knew what was going on, but I just didn't want to give it up. Even through all this nonsense, I didn't want to give up the booze still. But the last palpitation, the last heart revving out of control, really scared the hell out of me. I thought I was going to die. I really did. And that sort of triggered a few other events. And eventually I had to realize that, hey, maybe this drinking is giving me a bit of a problem. Maybe it is, right? So what I want to point out, and the purpose of this video is that if you're experiencing any of this stuff that I showed you in this video, it could be a direct result from the amount you're drinking. It really could. Maybe you want to take a look at it. Maybe you want to be honest with yourself. I don't know. But it took me a while to get honest with myself. about where I was going when it came to this drinking business. I wouldn't stop. I wouldn't stop. Why should I stop? I was young. I was in my 20s. I was still bouncing back pretty good physically. Why should I stop? Well, the reason I stopped, I guess, is very simple, because I thought I was going to die. It really was. Okay, my name is Terry G. This is an alcohol-free life channel where we're learning to live sober one day at a time. You can take a second, please subscribe. Take another second and hit that like button. God bless, and I'll see you later.